Hey guys, it's Mindy. I'm sitting here at the Detroit airport and I packed up all my stuff and I'm super excited. I'm actually going to the 2018 Reefapalooza down in Orlando, Florida. So this is actually I think it's the biggest saltwater and coral extravaganza or event that goes on in all of America. There's three of them. There's one in Orlando, there's one in New York, and there's one in California. So anyway, so I'm here right now. I'm actually getting ready to get on a flight right now in Detroit, flying to Orlando, and I'm gonna go see some awesome stuff in Orlando at this event. So let's go. Hey guys, so we are heading over to the Reefapalooza. I think it's noon right now. I wanted to be crazy and wake up extremely early this morning and be one of those crazy people that missed the lines. I think I saw in the video from last year where the line was wrapped around the building. It was so long, and I wanted to miss that line and not be in that line and get there at like crazy. It opens at 11, and I wanted to get there at like 9 and miss the lines. But I woke up with a raging migraine, which is another video in itself. I have migraines almost every day, so I was hoping I wouldn't have one, but of course I did. So I had to wait for that to fade before I could actually put myself together. And so finally I'm feeling great and we're ready to go now. So it's noon now. We're going to head over and go to the Reefapalooza. So I'm super excited. I'm feeling great. And hopefully we'll miss the line. It's an hour in. So hopefully that line is now gone and passed. I don't know. We'll see once we get there. I saw last night once we got to the hotel room, it was really late here. I was exhausted. But once we passed the hotel where the actual expo is, it's enormous. So I'm really excited to go see it, and it's going to be huge. I actually heard there's going to be over 140 vendors, so it's going to be enormous, and I'm really excited to see all the vendors that are there. So let's go see. I'm going to get in the car right now and head over there. We're just a skip and a jump over there, so we're not too far, and I'll bring you along. So let's go. So got here at noon. We've been here it's about 3 o'clock now. I've seen about a third of the show. It's been crazy. There's been so many people here. Just did the raffles. I bought about 5 million raffle tickets and deposited all those. Those are going to start in about an hour and a half or so. And hopefully I have some luck and win some prizes. I'm going to go back in there and fight through the crowds and see the other 2/3 the vendors that are in there right now, and hopefully see some more cool corals than what I've already seen so far. I've seen some really cool stuff and some really expensive stuff, so it's really neat. So let's go back inside and have some fun. So I'm finally home. I'm in Michigan now. Just drove back from the Reefapalooza in Orlando. It was a long drive, had to say the least. It wasn't actually that bad. I thought it was going to be worse than it actually was. It took about, well, made a couple stops on the way back. There actually was another frag swap that I knew of that was actually in Brownstown, Michigan, and it was called the Downriver Frag Swap. That was actually going on today, and so it was actually by the Detroit airport. So, and that's where my car was parked. So, actually stopped there on the way back from the Reefapalooza and killed two birds with one stone. So. Went there and saw some familiar faces while I was there too. So so it was a little bit longer than I thought, but left at 8:30 last night from Orlando, and then made it back in my house at 5 p.m. today. So so it wasn't that bad, but I got some really cool pieces of coral at Reefapalooza in Orlando, and then I actually picked up a really cool fish at the Downriver Frag Swap. Today I got a red striped tile fish, which I've been wanting. I actually have a purple tile fish, and he is actually quite large in my 125 behind me. I've been wanting a red striped one, but the ones that I've been seeing are always large. So I actually found one that is quite on the smaller size. So I picked that one up at the frag swap today, so I was quite happy. And it's actually in a bag right now. I'm actually acclimating it right now with the temperature, and then I'm gonna stick it in a bucket and start acclimating the water here soon. So I'm gonna grab the corals that I have in a cooler right now, and I'm gonna put them all, they're all still in bags right now, and they've been in bags for a while now. So I'm gonna start getting them out of the bags and putting them all in a bucket with some of the water from my tanks, and start getting them out and showing you exactly what I got. Okay, so I have my cooler here that I brought with me to the Reefapalooza, and with the corals that I got from the show. And I picked up a few things that I had my eyes on, some stuff that I don't have just yet, and that I've been wanting. And I also have my tilefish behind me in the bucket that you see here. And I'm acclimating him. I have him in the bag, the water that he was in, and I'm also pouring in some water from my tank slowly, so that he gets used to the water from my fish tank. And I'm just using this guy right here to put in a little bit of water. Okay, so anyways, I wanted to show you some of the things that I got. And this guy right here, which you can't see right now because he's in a bag, is a red Ganophora. So I've been wanting a red Ganophora for quite some time. And he looked like he was in pretty good shape. Looks like he's in decent shape right now, not in the best of shape. So hoping that, I can, hopefully it comes out pretty well. So, so we'll see. But yeah, red Ganophoras, this is a big one. So, a lot of them were just small little frags, and I don't like the small ones. I gotta have them big. I like the big ones. Size matters. So I like the big ones. So I found a big one, and I went for it. So we'll see how this one does. I have like a little, I have a little container here. You'll see, I put some of my own fish tank water here. I'm gonna like take them out of the bags and then just dip them in here and just kind of let them settle. I also have a, this right here, let's see. I have, this right here is a walking Dendro. I have a thing for Dendros right now. This one right here, I've heard a couple kind of crazy cool things about them and how they kind of like walk around. So I was a little curious to see if they actually do walk around, which is a little kind of weird. So I wanted to see if this guy actually does is walk around in the fish tank in the sand. So, so I got him, and these are just zoanthids. These ones, I don't know what the name of these ones were. This is actually on a rock. It wasn't like on a plug or anything like that, so it wasn't like a little thing. It was actually a nice piece. But the center was like a light baby blue color, and I don't know what the name of them were. I just kind of pointed and said I want that, and they didn't tell me the name of it, and I didn't ask. But I didn't have these ones yet. I have a bunch of zoos in my other tank, and I didn't have this kind yet. I should have asked the name. I didn't. But I feel like a lot of them make up their own names anyway, so whatever. But it was a really light baby blue color, and I guess once they open up, I can videotape them, and then maybe if you know what the name of them are, you can leave it in the comments and let me know what you think that they're called. And let's see what else I have, what other goodies I have in here. I have a little dragon's broth. I saw this. They had some, oh, this is the bag that was leaking. I have so much water in the bottom of this cooler, and I didn't know what bag was leaking. And I was worried that I'd get back here and one bag would be completely empty. But I think it's the dragon's breath. I just felt a squirt come out of the bottom of it. Just squirted all over me. Ooh! But I got some dragon's breath. There was actually, the guy had like a big, huge branch of it, and that was, of course, was the one that I wanted and the one that was sold, of course. But I got some dragon's breath, really cool, like seaweed, like algae, for my rhinopiuses. Right now I have 5 rhinopiuses in my aggressive tank, and they love seaweed. I have one smooth, and then I have the others are all weedy rhinopiuses. So the more weeds I can get in my tank, the better, because it's all just, campgrounds for them to hide in. So I got some dragon's breath to put in my aggressive tank for them to hide in, and it's really pretty because it's like a bright or like a deepish red. The only the only concern I have is keeping this stuff alive. So hopefully I can manage to keep this stuff alive. The other stuff I've had in there, it's just like they slowly start to fade and die off. So hopefully I can keep this stuff alive. Okay, that one was dripping too. Okay, so actually these guys are actually starting to open right now. I got my hands on these things. These things are really hard to come by now too. The fathead dendros, which is like a dendrophilia. So these things are now becoming illegal for reasons of them not being able to be shipped into the United States. But they had many of these at the Reefapalooza. So I managed to get my hands on one of them before they were all sold out. And I actually got some pretty good pricing for them. Some are outrageous, and some I found a booth that actually had them decently priced. Yeah, I got a 3-header, and it looked actually pretty good. So they're related to like the sun polyps, so they're a little harder to keep alive. You have to feed them. You have to hand feed them. Some meaty like shrimp, myces, brine shrimp. They don't feed off. They're not photosynthetic, so you have to feed them. You have to feed them and make sure that they're going to be a little bit harder to keep alive. So this is one of those corals that's going to be a little bit needier. So, but I did get one, and I'm excited to see how he does. So, And, oh, and this guy right here. So I don't have one of these yet, and I was going through all of the ones that they had, and I was carefully choosing which one I wanted. But this is a, let's see how you pronounce it, because I don't have one of these yet, a cataphilia. So I managed to get my hands on this is called a cataphilia, and I think I pronounced it right, a cataphilia. So I picked a bright green one. There was bright pink one, bright green ones. There was ones that were like multicolored. Some were bright colored. Some were like pastels. Some were like hunter green and like a maroon color, like a beige color. They're all different colors, very unique. And the more unique they were, obviously, the more expensive they were. But I just went like with a neon green, which was I thought was very pretty. So this is one coral that I don't have yet. So I'm gonna add it to my collection of corals and see how it does.
And here are some close-ups of the corals I got at Reefapalooza. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on all the great videos to come. I'll see you next time.